Hello, my name is Dr. Marlene Helm, Acting Superintendent for the Fayette County Public Schools, and this is our weekly video update from the Helm. We were honored this week to collaborate with Wild Health and the Lexington-Fayette Urban County government to offer vaccinations in our 6 high schools for students, families, and employees. After this opportunity presented itself late last week, our team worked through the weekend to make the clinics possible. As a result, in just 6 hours on Tuesday, our schools helped provide shots of hope for 866 individuals, including a grandmother who had not left her house in more than a year because of COVID-19, but felt comfortable going just 2 blocks from home to Lafayette High School, where her grandson is a junior. This is just one of the many ways Fayette County Public Schools has adapted to support our community since the onset of the pandemic. Over the past year, each of our hardworking employees has reinvented the way they provide services to students, families, and one another. That has been especially true for our teachers who have risen to every challenge. In advance of Teacher Appreciation Week next week, we are filming today at Stonewall Elementary School with 5th grade teacher Donnie Piercy, who was selected in October as both the 2021 Kentucky Elementary School Teacher of the Year and the overall 2021 Kentucky Teacher of the Year. Mr. Piercy, thank you so much for joining me today. This year has been an incredible one for teachers, parents, the community, students. Talk to me a little bit about how this year has changed teaching.
Well, I think as a whole, this pandemic has really forced teachers to evaluate what really matters in education. And even though we have seen some successes through remote learning, like there's been a lot of students that have been thriving through remote teaching, I feel like a lot of teachers have really when they're developing in their lessons, when they're thinking about like what really matters, it's those relationships with kids, that feeling that we get when we see them walking down the hallway every morning, greeting them with a smile, asking them how their day went, checking up on them as baseball games, those kind of stuff. And that's been really, really difficult to do over the pandemic, and teachers have gone above and beyond to continue to foster those relationships as much as possible over the past year and a half. But I think moving forward, every teacher is looking forward to the fall. We're looking forward to that time, whenever it's finally safe, when we can get everybody, get school back to what it was before, but except this time it's going to be even better.
Well, this year certainly has caused a greater partnership between home and school. What are some things that you've noticed about family engagement that has occurred this year?
So I feel like parents and teachers now know how accessible they can be. We were in their homes for a year. We were literally in their homes for a year, and they saw us every day, whether we're sitting with them at their, at their dining room tables, or we were curled up with their child on their couch every morning. And so I feel like this pandemic has just opened up a lot of those lines of communications. And it has not been easy. One of the big strengths that teachers are going to see, and one of the things that's going to really start to occur as we come out of the pandemic, we're going to see those relationships continue to strengthen because we're just an email away.
Well, I'm looking forward to next year. I'm looking forward to celebrating teachers next week.
Yeah.
Because we've got so many incredible teachers throughout our district, and we just want to make sure that everyone recognizes how spectacular our cadre of teachers here in Fayette County, how strong they are, how much they care for children, and it's been wonderful to be here talking with you today and learning a little bit more about one of our really fantastic teachers. So thank you again for joining me today.
No worries. Good to chat with you.
Last fall, when Donnie was named the State Elementary Teacher of the Year, Christopher McCurry from Lafayette was also chosen as the 2021 Kentucky High School Teacher of the Year. And this is not the first time our teachers have dominated the award stage. This year alone, a dozen FCPS teachers have been named the best in their respective fields, including music, physical education, Spanish, gifted education, Chinese, math, health, science, Japanese, special education, and integrated arts and technology. As we look ahead to Teacher Appreciation Week, starting on Monday, May 3rd, I know that for our families, the most important teachers in this district are the ones working with your children. The past year has given you a front row seat in your children's classrooms as you shouldered the role of co-teacher, tutor, and cheerleader. We are grateful to each of you for the countless ways you have helped to make the best of every situation. Just as our teachers have a new appreciation for the critical importance of family engagement, our families have also seen the myriad roles our teachers fill. Teaching is more than preparing math lessons and grading essays. Truly gifted teachers go beyond their subject matter to address the whole child, making connections, creating safe spaces, stoking their imagination, building their confidence, and challenging them to become the best versions of themselves. I hope you will join me next week in celebrating our Fayette County Public Schools teachers and recognizing the role they play in shaping the future.